Just hopped out the bath. Nice and relaxed. Yeah. Hope you don't mind. I don't have a shirt on. I hope it's not an issue with the internet people, you know. A scar there. It's my walking stick. I bought that when I was learning to walk again after 2002 or 2003. I went into the mall, Aubrey Mills Mall, and I bought some books. I went to a novelty shop, right? And it was before the flood, you know. Anyway, I bought some books. Like like for instance, yeah, like Grey's Anatomy. But I bought that for other purposes though, for like knowledge, and I bought this for knowledge too. They had at the mall, Arvind's Mall, they had like Barnes and Noble, and when I was in line getting this book and the Japanese book, I had to buy a Japanese book at the same time, right? So I bought this book. The Music Success part, I think, yeah, for knowledge though. It says for knowledge though. For knowledge. The knowledge right there? Knowledge backwards. How fitting. So anyway, so I bought this book, or at the same time I bought this Japanese book. It doesn't say when that book was published or so, but this Japanese book does. It says it's from like, it's a Japanese book, and it's like, that's pretty interesting though. It's from like, actually it's from 1993, but they republished it back in 2003. So yeah, latest reprint. I can't really see, but yeah, it's there though. Yeah, so it has some different words in it, and they're all like organized words and such. I have a dictionary right here, and I look things up without going on. Before you had internet and such, and plus, you know, other things. These are like college Harvard books. I don't go to Harvard, college books. Yeah, these are college dictionaries. Real extensive, and they can like tell you like, you know, like the origins, how they think the word originated from. This is a compact school office edition, right? So anyway, my dad's books. Yeah, so that's that. And I had that pretty long time. But this is one book, I bought this book in like, it says how old is this book? It says Lord of the Dead. It's a vampire book. And I bought this not in Nashville or St. Louis. I bought this book like, and I think about when I was living in Fort Walton Beach, the town between Panama City, Florida, and Pensacola, town in the middle of Florida, Gulf Coast area, you know, the Air Force Base. They had this Cordova Mall up in there. And I bought this. I'll tell you when I bought this at. Copyright 1995 by Tom Holland, but actually it's yeah, First Pocket Books hardcover printing March 1996, and then I moved to Panama City, to and fro from Panama City. So that was that March 1996. I bought this book. It's about vampires. I read about, based on my own experiences and such, about Lord Byron and such. Back to this music book though. Yeah, I bought this when I was in Nashville. I was in Barnes and Noble. And this book came down in like about music and such. Anyway, I'll get to that later. But anyway, yeah, so it has like a lot of things up in it, references and such, contents and such. And that's when I quit smoking. I went to hypnotist to quit smoking and such. This dude, I went August 14th, 2008, so it's been about 12 years to, about 12 years and like, I don't know, 12 years and like 5 days since I quit smoking. I went to hypnotist, a group of people up in there, you know? And I remember when I was standing in line buying this book, so I was buying this book. Maybe it's the other book. I'm pretty sure it was that book. And this has the medical book here about the pure blood vascular system, about how you have pure blood in your vein, you know, about the heart and such. This is a good book too, about anatomy and such. Can't find it, but yeah, I think it was like the music book. Anyway, I'll get to the point. I was buying this book. I'm pretty sure it was this book. I can't find it though, because there it is. I found it. Yeah, I was buying this book, and I set the book down, right? This book down to look at my bags and look at another book that's on display. Well, this guy in line picked up this book, the music book, and he put this little device in there. It might be from like NSA device, a listening device. I don't know what the heck it is, but I noticed he put that in the book. It's like 2003 or so, Barnes Noble Mall and such. And he put it in there in the book. Now I noticed him doing that, but he didn't notice me looking at him, and I didn't really dawn on it at the time. Yeah, NSA, you know, like spy things and such. Oh, I got my Mead book over here too. Anyway, yeah. I'd be looking up I'd be looking up stats and such, you know, making like Jerry Rice stats and such, right? So I got my Mead booklet here, you know, 5-star Mead booklet, you know. Anyway, so and I like to keep stats of Jerry Rice and such, you know. Jerry Rice he was pretty good at them numbers, you know, stats and such. I remember one time I was watching the football game. He had a dance, and he caught like a 90-yard football touchdown, and he's about to do his little dance. I think it was the Cabbage Patch. Now it's probably, I know, right? So he caught a pass. It was 90. Try to look it up. I guarantee you won't find it anywhere. Well, he went to like relax and do his dance at the 1-yard line. He dropped the ball at the 1-yard line, and that was the last time he ever did his dance. Because my dad was in a bar watching it. I might have been about 16 or 15 or so at the time. 1-star, 2-star went in the limbo to Anaheim in the limbo. He don't do that dance no more, you know. There you have it. So 1-star, 2-star general fly to Anaheim, wherever the heck he's at, right? And he don't do that dance no more. Right. And sure enough, he don't do that dance no more. I guess playing against Seahawks or something. And people love to have egos. I think I lack that ego, that complex, right? I should develop an ego complex, you know? Anyway, so I like to eat and such, you know. I got a lot of receipts here I got a lot of Subway receipts. If you have a Subway nearby your home, you're sitting pretty. You would probably survive. They got all kinds of, I got like a lot of receipts about Subway. I've been getting snacks and salads. One thing bad about that Subway is a lot of sugary drinks up in there, in that freezer box thing, right? A lot of sugary drinks. You don't want to get a water because you get cramps, you have past gas and such, right? You don't want that. What's that, Subway? Yeah. So I keep my Subway receipts. That's the same place where I would charge that iPod thing, right? And it didn't work after that, right? I'm just putting it together, right? Yeah. I got a lot of receipts in here about Subway. And my music device does not work anymore after I recharged it at Subway. Right. This music device thing here had for quite a while, but it was already open when I received it from my step family. Right. So so that's the Me book, and I like it. Back then when I lived in St. Louis at the time, I was into currency, like online currency exchange rates. So I used to go to Scotland, Edinburgh Castle in '05, my Mike Jones headphones, sitting next to a Pakistan or Hindu or Hindi dude or Afghani dude, a long beard with a cane in Edinburgh Castle in 2005, right? Listening to Mike Jones. I didn't want to be there. I want to be, I was just trying to like recoup and such, right? So this guy was talking to me. We were sitting on a bench, people walking by and such, and looking at our feet, talking. We talk about, '05, Edinburgh Castle, Scotland, Glasgow, or Edinburgh, whatever. Right. So anyway, so that was that. End up back into America. And watched a baseball game, and they had a dream about it or something, or somebody in my dream told me that the president's gonna be on talking about they got somebody a dream, right? Right. Or right. So there's the music book. About for knowledge and stuff. It's kind of, it's kind of like not too. I got my vampire book. Oh, the first book that I bought on my own was a medical book. It's called, about 6 or 7 or so. I bought this book called Fatal Vision about a medical doctor in the military butchered up his family and such. Right. Special Forces medical doctor. Right. I thought that was pretty interesting. So I was kind of like smart like that. Being at 6 or 7 years old, you'd think you'd be reading like Mickey Mouse books or something. My book was a Fatal Vision book. Right. And they had a big trial, and he went to jail. He still claims his innocence though, but I don't know. I'm not a juror. I'm not a juror or magistrate. And my dad had to go. My dad was in the military, but we didn't live on base. But he had jury duty. That's the perks of living off base. You can get selected for jury duty, right? And I don't want to be emotionally scarred. Looking at Polaroids. I don't know. I'm just saying though. Right? Right. I don't want to wish that on anybody. So if you have jury duty and you have to look at evidence, or sensitive evidence. Right, sensitive evidence. And you have to have your you have to have your assessment observed and such. Right. Right. So we have constructive criticism. Right. My place got cleaned up. It's all cleaned up now. You want to see my place? Check out my place here. All right. That's that microwave. It's a new microwave. It doesn't run on its own. Right. It doesn't run on its own. I decorated this place. I got my alarm. I got my smoke alarm. I was taking a bath. The guy had to put that in there, but he didn't put it in there correctly. Put it there sideways, sideways. Anyway, so yeah. My little simple trash thing, my thing there, my artwork I bought in St. Louis when they won the Super Bowl. Right. Oh. 15 minutes going by. Just got out the bath. Or relax, waiting for a new day to show up. I like to watch 4 o'clock morning news. It gets real juicy in Nashville, right? Watch a documentary about BT, about Master P, the rapper. Only one episode though. I want to know about the other rapper, his brother. I didn't know he was in the military. I knew he was in the military, but I didn't know what profession he was in the military. He was a medic. Mr. Miller, right? Kind of sense that he was kind of special with the medic thing, medical field, right? Yes, the obvious to the less obvious, right? Imagine being an unlisted person in the military, sitting in a vault in a golf court, telling colonels and generals, 2-star generals and 1-star generals to get you a cup of coffee, right? Speak to you spoken to, right? I don't know about military. I'm not military, but I know about military. Yeah. Anyway, Eglin Air Force Base. Anyway, that's your input, right? So, my family members. My grandpa fought World War II with people that looked like Eddie Murphy from Tuskegee, and a Bradley or Sherman in the snow, right? All of them look like Eddie Murphy. Man, those apples, right? Would you put on steel cam boots to walk through a landmine drop off they made? Straight stupid docile bombs? Right. So these people looking like Eddie Murphy in the snow, right? Grandfather was like, I don't know, a colonel in the army. Might have perceived rank as a colonel, right? That behind those closed doors, those vault doors, they know, the powers that be know who got the rank, right? Right. 1J, 2J, clicking off flip-flops, right? See? Right. Won't mean a thing, man. Biological crap stain, right? So when I was in England, 86, 87, and Scotland and such, had a fun time. No friends. When I went back to America, I got the same house that I grew up in, right? That those apples, right? My favorite movie is Coming to America, Eddie Murphy movie, Coming to America. I think it's 88, 89 or whatever, right? Yeah, but when I was in England, when I came to America from England, 87 on a Friday. And your Wall Street crap happened on Monday, right? Well, I'm living it up in Florida, right? 87, right? They shut that street down just like that movie, Coming to America, last scene, right? Diplomatic plates, right? I didn't know though. I'm naive that way. I'm naive on purpose, right? I don't want to know. So I got a new device, new phone now. Without all apps and such, right? Informational apps, right? See, it's charged up. Use it for music and such. It's a flip phone. Something fast, right? So when Mom was alive, she was looking up, she has a lot of friends she's from Scotland, Glasgow, right? But she has a lot of friends that's internationally known, right, that use ICQ and stuff. I don't use that. I had to use it a couple times because I play a video game called Ultima Online, and I had to use like an auction thing and such. Yeah. I'm surrounded by, I don't know. Was private property, now it's not private property, right? So it's 2:02, August 17th, Monday, right? Let's do something on here. Cool. Fan That's that. I walk to the store, the other store that I get my card at. So all that eat is Subway. So if I get the virus, they can kind of pinpoint where I got it, right? Hopefully they'll come up with a cure after I get the virus, right? Or maybe not. Don't mind, right? See how fast the cure gets generated, right? From Russia, whoever though, you know? Right. I'm 44 though. So my age is 44. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you have my access to my medical file and all that good stuff, right? So I decorated my apartment. I got 2 keyboards there. Want to see my keyboards? I got 2 keyboards. One's from 2005. A little Atari thing. It's like digital Atari thing, right? I got a keyboard here, a musical keyboard. This is for digital sounds and such, right? For sounds. Now it's cheaper than the other keyboard, but it has twice as many sounds and it's more newer, right? The other keyboard is, well, both of them were made from Japan, but they're made from Japan, but they're manufactured in China, right? They're manufactured in China. Whatever that tells you, kind of like an insult, right? With Japanese ingenuity that manufactured in China, whatever that means. How do you interpret that? I don't know, right? Right, so there you have it. Gotta throw that box away because you don't know what's in that box. Or check out my keyboard, let my keyboards breathe. This is the ones that the pros use and such. They're both Rolands, so there's my keyboards. Oh, my stepmother from Ecuador bought me this right here. It's like she's like, I have a half sister that's Ecuadorian, South American, near Colombia or whatever, Bolivia, whatever, or Venezuela. We'll put that like that. So don't get rid, and don't lose it. So this is the Phantom. That's the Phantom. Check it out. There's Motley Crue up the street, yeah. More like this. Come on. Straight. Oh, it's the other way. Okay. Yeah, so. Like it? Yeah. So I decorated that place. I got more room. I got more room to like dance and such, right? Exercise with the ball, whatever. I'm disabled. I got like a messed up leg. This leg right here. This leg right here messed up. But that's okay. I used to run track and such. I used to run track when I was like really young. Nobody can, not even the real runners can beat me. Only one people can beat me throughout my different schooling. One person, he was hardly there anyway though, so, because he had juvenile, he's a minor dude. But his sister, anyway, so I was the fastest kid in my whole area, except for one person. In elementary school, it was Fidel Nichols. So you can like understand who he looks like. Fidel Nichols at the time looks like Plies, the rapper with the thing in his mouth, right? Yeah. Kind of looks like him, and he's from, the rapper Plies from Florida also, but probably not him. It is cool. And when I went to middle school, I was in the track team, right? So, and I used to run, and the other kid used to beat me was, the other guy used to beat me was Larry Larkins. Now he was fast. Shave that rat's tail off your chin. And I used to run 5 miles Monday and Friday. And I was on the long distance team. And I skipped the 7th grade. So when in the 8th grade, I was on a short distance team, like the 100-yard dash, long jump, something like that. And I had to do a book report on Jesse Owens. And lo and behold, after all this time, I got my grandfather's medals. He died in Arizona, and he gave me medals. He has like dictation medals from Hawaii and Missoula, Montana, track team such. Back around that era, when Jesse Owens was running and such, right? My grandfather was an officer, colonel in the army, at the time. Well, he ran track in like 1939, or had his medals in my safe over there. And now I'm disabled, but I go out through life. I'm not on pain medicine. I don't need to be pain medicine. Let's face it, Charlie, you can do better. Where did you read that from? Kobe Bryant quote? I don't know. How about you be an expert on yourself and try to know what you're talking about, have substance to what you're talking about, right? Know you, right? Right. Well, it's not a talk show, right? It's my little webcam thing. Waiting for the sun to pop up. Watch the news, 4 o'clock news. Get scared straight for the thrill, Some people work out, just like Jerry Rice, for instance. He works out for a natural bliss of working out, right? Natural lift of working out. See, I like to do things. I like to adventurous. When I was a little kid, I used to go out on the boats, out on the beach and such, swim way out there where the military people we train doing their exercises at. That's how much they call courage I had as a kid, right? So I had a lot of courage as a kid. I kind of had no fear, right? So when I'm out there swimming or running and such, I do it to the fullest, right? Like it's my last, right? Like it's like my last meal or last beer or whatever, right? Last whatever, right? So I do it. I live for today, right? So when I'm out there swimming out in the buoys and boondocks and jetties and such, I swim out there where the military people by them bases be exercises and such, right? And I'm a type that won't say nothing though, right? But anyway, I'm a type of person that'll put a quarter in a music box and hit the wrong song and listen to the whole song. Get something good out the song, right? Listen to the whole song. Get my quarter's worth out the song, right? That's the kind of person I am, right? And think, well, why did I pick the wrong song, or something like that, right? Yeah. So, yeah. So, I didn't know too much about the place where I was growing up at while I was living there. I did, but I was naive that way. I pretend be coy, I guess, right? Like Size Ricochet or whatever, like that movie, right? So I pretend for survival purposes, right? Not to know, right? If I don't know, it won't hurt you at the end. It might live longer, right? Right, so anyway. So I live in Nashville. I'm looking up St. Louis where I used to live at. I don't know nothing about Nashville. So I'm looking up St. Louis. I'm looking at old hoods in Florida and such, right? Little bits and parts of Glasgow where my mom grew up. And where I went when I was a kid, in England, where I was 86, 87, the air show in Milner Hall, Latham Heath, SR-71, military base. But we didn't live on base though in 86, 87. Oh, can't sue the government of America. Oh, that's probably why. I don't know, right? Right. Not liable. So when I'm working in the Golfarium with sea animals and all that good stuff, people always ask me how come there's no straws or spoons with our ice cream? And I'm saying well, I'm polite. I'm like, hey, you can't have that. It's the same routine, song and dance, right? Because people like you like to throw in the tank with the animals and they die, right? Something like that, litter, right? So they won't get sued, right? I swam at the bottom of that tank without an oxygen tank. Seen that boardwalk get built, Floyd or whatever it's called, right? It's hot. So, 30 minutes, I'm about to go, so I'm gonna get on the, I took a nap today. I went out and about, hung out at the bench. On campus is private property or something, right? I used to be, I don't know, anyway, so I hung out at the bench where I would get my Subway meals at and such, right? Just watching the life go by, the cars, the license plates and such. I didn't see many different, I saw a Japanese car, with Japanese insignia and such, and it rained, and like a movie though, right? You know, and I've been out and about in a while, so it rained, and someone was walking out the Subway, across the street from Subway, she goes, hey, I bought you a snack and a cookie in the Subway thing. I was like, yeah, whatever. So she left. She looked like she's from Pakistan or India or whatever. I thought she looked pretty cool. With the MIA music artist. And then you've seen all kinds of cars, lived by a museum, car museum, right? And a Volvo and such. Kids on skateboards, you know, look like they're having a fun time, right? We had to sit on the bench, and someone left a freaking a suitcase, right? A suitcase. I saw her walk up. It's behind the tree. We can't see it. You had to be near the tree to see the suitcase. Who knows what was in that suitcase? Could have been $1 million in that suitcase, right? Don't know. Could have been something else in that suitcase, right? Don't know. I noticed they had like a gas line because they're digging up for Google fiber cable. But I noticed it has a gas line. We live in the South, so there's not too many gas lines here. But that building has a gas line. I'm getting to the story. Hold on. But across the street where Subway restaurant is at, they had this car parked there. So this other car parked up. It was smoking, right? The muffler was smoking. When he brings out the jumper cables, and he was gonna soup up the other car and make it run, right? It was around 5 o'clock-ish, right? And the last people that worked in the Subway, they left, so I walked across the street because I'm thinking like, you know, I just noticed there's a gas thing by the Pier building, right? So I'm thinking like someone's smoking their blunts and flipped it out when they're driving by, it's gonna ignite that gas, and it's gonna light that gas, and the whole block will get lit up, right? But I'm cool with it though, you know, whatever. So I walked across the street and such, and I looked at the sign, Subway sign. The workers should leave at 7 or 8, something that notion, right? Well, it's 5 o'clock and they left. I guess different mandatory laws or something. So I checked the door, it was locked, so that sure enough they left. And the people, the white guy, or whatever, you know, the people, whatever, were going through their vehicles, and it was like it was like a Mercedes-Benz, but it was like look at something from Beirut, Mercedes-Benz from like Beirut. That's what it looked like to me, right? And another car, and they got that out the way. So and I walked back to my apartment where I live at, you know, this building. You know, a guy, my friend, he knew my name, but I didn't know his name, right? But he lived on my floor, though, right? Well, he went to Subway. He used to live at Subway, right? Yeah, I mean, he used to like literally like. Anyway, so he got killed like a couple of years ago behind Subway, coming back to his apartment, right? Maybe he had alcohol up by wherever, right? Anyway, I know, right? Well, he died. He got beat up. I didn't know he got beat up or not like that, right? Anyway, somebody else told me that, but he knew my name though. Every day he saw me, he knew my name, right? He lived on my floor. He got beat up, and detectives, whoever, you know, at the time, right? But I didn't know. I was a homeboy. I'm like more privatized person, right? So I stayed in my room, playing my video games, right? So they beat him up, and then he survived his injuries. But he died of his injuries after the beat down, right? Yeah. Back when this building was private property, so they could roll up in your house and say, "Hey, man, we need no search warrant," right? It's like that in private property. Look that up. See, I'm disabled. Anybody beat me up, they get 6 years in prison, right? Whatever, right? You know, right? That's what's up. Like my grandfather fought wars for, right? To me, get the benefits from, right? Various family members in my family, right? See, I'm born Easter Sunday, right? I'm American. I don't play games with nationalities. I could be Scottish or English and American, dual citizenship. I copped out. I'm American. I say my I'm American, right? What's up? So I volunteer for people in the military, right? Know people in the military. You won't even know who's in the military, right? And this whole persona, right? People want to portray themselves being a gun-ho veterinary. You know, they get it's the kind of clout they get from that. I wanted to be that when I was a youngster. Rambo, I used to watch Rambo, you know, and good such. But I had my injuries though, right? So, anyway, yeah. My thing was running track, being athletic, being enthused with life. I used to look things up when the internet first popped out in 96, 97. Before that, I had a Tandy 1000, and my dad used to play chess with people from Boston, Massachusetts area, from college and such, right? So I used to pick up a phone and click it to the Tandy 1000, and it was DOS language, right? By the Air Force Base, but we didn't live on an Air Force Base. Liabilities, right? Eggland, Herbert Field, wherever. Some hand-built Air Force bases out in the woods and such, like Panama City and such, right? Anyway, some bases you don't even know about. If you did, you wouldn't know. Shoot, I know, right? Anyway, so wrap it up. Figure out what time it is. So New York, everybody has a story in New York City, right? Nashville's different. Everybody has a song in Nashville. That's my slogan, motto, whatever. Right. Wrap it up. Well, they took my mom's thigh in Nashville, left me things with roaches and such, right? I know, right? I know, like boxes with roaches and such. Makes you wonder where these roaches come from, right? Scent and sound, yeah, right. Last time I smoked marijuana was my dad gave me a joint, marijuana leaf joint from his buddy from boot camp in Panama City. And thinking about it, you know, looking back on it, it was a solo back in 96, 97 or so, 95, 96, around that era. That marijuana joint was, I think it's from the laboratory, the Air Force laboratory or something. I don't know. That's the highest I ever got, and that's the last time I got high on my own. My dad, a solo with your dad. He had a solo, I had a solo, and we went on a gambling boat in Florida, right, where the guy was smoking a Cuban cigar, rolling dice. We had bad weather. We had to make the short trip back and such. We ended up in Biloxi and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's up. It goes back to my mom when she was alive with her husband that's from the officer in the Air Force, right? And my dad's not an officer, he's opposite of officer. He's like enlisted, but probably the same rank though, you know. But my dad had a one-of-a-kind job, worked with emergencies and bio viruses. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna call it a day and such. But he's not with us no more. I didn't really cry that much when my dad died April 29th. But I did cry on January 26th when Kobe Bryant died, right? I thought that was like an indicator for like a 10-year bond or silver or gold spot coin price, you know. I thought that was kind of like, you know, I thought that was kind of like a coincidence, a contestant of coincidences, right? I don't know. But I did cry that day, January 26th of this year. Last time I got drunk was April, around my birthday, April 20th, around that 2 days, to and fro, in between, approximately like GPS, right? How it should be, right? And last time I threw up, I was house sitting a dog, a wiener dog, somewhere in Nashville, somewhere. I don't even know. I don't want to know, right? I want to intervene into your business up in this bill, right? So I'm house sitting this dog. It was New Year's. I threw up. I had one of those Michelobes, those 95 calorie Michelobes. It made me throw up. And I had my injection, medicine injection. And that's the last time I had that medicine injection, right? I threw up, couldn't function with it. So you don't know where these generic medicine comes from, right? You don't know, you just don't know. So then you think, well, if you quit that, quit all that good stuff, treat your body like a temple, like it says in the book. Put games behind you, right? People like to play games, right? You know, so they on their like candid camera or whatever, I know, right? So they play a game with the wrong person, get a real reaction with real people in real times, right? You can't walk away from, right? Or it could be on the other end, tenfold, like revenge is like putting oil from your stomach. Everybody's walking the oil from their stomachs back in the planet. That's how extreme I'll go, right? So you ride in your car, wasting gas, listen to a rap CD over and over again, MVP of hitting the repeat button on your CD, on your device, right? Wasting gas, looking for the blunt man, right? Meanwhile, the planet is getting extreme because people wasting gas, unnecessarily wasting gas, right? Put the oil in your stomach back in the planet. That's what's up. The greater good for the planet, right? That's what's up. So, yeah, right. If I had it my way, gas, right? Gas, like anti-matter or whatever. I don't know, right? Like Big Bang Theory, right? Right. Like SR-72 type thing, equipped like G10 devices and such that doesn't land. It's always flying around, right? You wouldn't know. China might have government-controlled companies, but America, you wouldn't know what a real roach from a drone roach, right? You wouldn't even know until you like dissected it. Probably still wouldn't even know, right? That sophisticated, right? Just speculation though, because I'm not qualified, right? I'm not with DARPA or MIT or whatever, right? 43 minutes. There's chewing gum. Never forget my alcohol at the corner store up there. Just very, very thorough. I saw some kids walk in there, the black girls walk in there. First thing they go to is the ice cream box. I was young too. That's the first thing they walk up to. So after I got my checked out items and such, they left and such. Trying to be nosy, look at the ice creams, what kind of ice creams they got. They got powerful ice creams now. Back when I was growing up, they didn't have, but now they got the new improved foods. These kids peeing, right? So, and I went to walked up the McDonald's to get a strawberry shake. I knew they wouldn't have strawberry. It was in the morning time, right? So it goes up there in the morning time, and they like, a woman, I like that, sass. Can I help you? Like, yeah, before I order, can I ask you a question? You have strawberry milkshake. There's a, before I order, I always do that now. And she goes, hold on, hey Reg, that milkshake in that thing? And they're like, wasted 5 minutes. No one was in line though. I have a mask on and everything, so. Oh, I'm sorry, babe, it's a machine broke. That's fine, I'll have the hash browns and 2 breakfast burritos. What kind of sauce you want on it? What kind of drink you want? I have a Coke. Sauce is hot sauce. So I smuggle it home, to the park, right? I have a lot of energy that way, right? So, but before I went to the Sonic, look at the menu, they got milkshakes. Like 1,500 calorie milkshakes. You ever notice that? Anyway, so it's 44 minutes. All right. How do you exit this?